Hi, everyone. This is Hannah Hanley, and I'm joined by Nate Ganna. We both work in the spirits industry, and this is Caviar and Chips, our podcast dedicated to the industry, what's going on in our lives, and more. Thanks for joining us. Let's get into it. Hello, welcome back to another episode of Caviar and Chips. I'm Hannah Hanley.
I'm Nate Ganna, and we back.
We're back. We had to take a little week break because I was dying.
You have become a college student again, and I'm so happy for you.
I know it was kind of crazy. I went to Park City on a ski trip, and then I had midwinter break with the kids, and I was just like I was on spring break. But not
Yeah, you
really.
were
But not
in,
really.
in Cabo or not really in Cabo?
No. I love how you
No
always say
Cabo.
Cabo. Americans
Nobo.
Americans say Cabo.
You say Cabo?
Yeah. Is it Cabo
Okay,
or
we'll go with
Cabo?
Cabo. I say I guess I say Cabo, but we'll go with Cabo.
Hmm.
We'll go rich. We'll go rich on this one. Cabo.
Cabo.
We'll go Cabo.
I was not
Okay.
in Cabo. No, I did go to Park City and I was living my free life. And I had
Yeah, you
two
were.
hangovers in 5 days, which is unheard of for me. I went and got an IV. It was,
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you
but
did.
top highlights Pigpen Saloon for Opry, Yuki for sushi. I sent Nate a picture and he was like, "You're eating real food." And I was like,
I was so
dying.
proud of you. I was so proud of you. Unlike the mac and cheese or the Ivers or where'd you get sick from on the fish?
No, taco
It's
time. No,
taco time. Oh my God, taco time. Oh God.
over
I'm
the
sorry I
summer,
asked.
we had family photos, and on the way home from family photos, we stopped at Taco Time to get fast food. And then I got violently ill. And the next day, I texted Nate and was like, I can't do anything today because I ate Taco Time. And he was like,
I
laughing.
mean, I had no reaction. I was literally speechless because I think that taco time is the blockbuster of fast food.
It's like a Northwest
I
staple.
think there's one store left in the entire universe, and I think you went to it and got food poisoning from it. That's what I
Well,
think.
6 months later, I'm fine.
Yes, you're great. You're thriving.
Thriving. Eating
39 and thriving.
sushi. I'm not 39. I'm 37.
Oh, are you?
Yes.
Jeez. Wow.
Rude.
Whoops.
Oh my god. First
Whoops. Love
he
you.
first he's like you look less disheveled, and now he's like
You
insulting my
look great for
age.
40 too.
I'm not 40. So I did get to go to High West, do some work with High West, which was so fun. They did a tour. It was awesome. I did spot some Mizunara barrels. Ooh.
You did.
Uh-huh. They had 6 Mizunara barrels.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How was the whiskey? Fun? Awesome?
Yeah,
Great?
so
Delicious?
great. Yeah, delicious.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean it's so
Love
good. And
that.
that experience, you're just like in the mountains. They're
Yep.
pouring you whatever you want. Oh my God, it was funny because we were there. You ride a bus up from the parking lot and we're riding the bus back down, and this guy is hammered on the bus. And I was like, oh, like, did you have a good time? And he was like, yeah. But I didn't know when they said, is there anything else you want to try, that they were going to charge me for all those things.
No.
His girlfriend or whatever was like, mm-hmm. And he's like, my bill was $480. She's
Oh
like,
my God.
she's
What?
like, well, you drank the most expensive things on the menu.
Okay. That's on him then. That's on him.
That's
Okay.
on him. That's on him.
Wow.
My friend Caitlin
Is the
was me.
place cool?
Oh my God, it's so cool. So sick. I did do a little reel. You can check it out on my Drinks with Hannah Instagram.
I
Um,
reposted it. I
Yeah, you
clapped.
did. Yeah, it was awesome. And their team is amazing, so sweet, so accommodating. Tour was great. There's still Agnes. Yeah, it was great. And then we did lunch at the Wanship restaurant, which was amazing. The
Sweet.
food's so good. The service in Park City is just next level. Like, I feel like,
Really?
I don't know if I just don't get out much.
Well, Washington State is not exactly known for their renowned service.
I was like, I think I forgot how good service is good.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it was just
100%.
amazing. Like every place we went, the service was so good. And I'm like,
Love that.
yeah, it was great. So everyone's so
That's amazing.
nice. Yeah. Got to ski 2 days with my girlfriends, which was so fun. And then flew home with just feeling like my liver needed a detox. You know, I live at sea level. So going to 7,000 feet, I was suffering.
Yeah, you
I
were.
always have issues with altitude. And even when we lived there, I was like, always a proponent of, oh, you just need to drink more water. No, I was dying, Nate.
I mean, you were. I mean, I didn't hear from you for days on end, and I had wondered if you had just been kidnapped or if, I mean, it was so funny because I was like, huh, she's not normally this unresponsive. So I'm happy you're alive. You look like the color's back in your face, which is fantastic. So I'm happy. I'm happy you're here.
What have you been up
Oh,
to?
I have been working my tail off. I did a really high-end tequila tasting, which was fantastic.
What did you
We had,
pour?
oh, it was spectacular. We did Fortaleza Blanco. We did Mijenta, which, by the way, Mijenta is an unbelievable tequila. If you guys don't know about Mijenta, that is outstanding. We did the Añejo, and oh my good Lord, I am addicted to that. I understand why tequila is booming now on the real stuff. I mean, that's no joke. That had to be easily for sure the best tequila I've had in 5 years. Like
Wow.
just from my yeah,
It was
it was outstanding.
a Nao Grand Reserve.
Yeah, it was
Correct.
in
Yeah.
Gran Reserva Añejo, and just the first of all, the presentation is insane, and then you're thinking like, oh, these guys might just be blowing it out of the water with the presentation. The liquid matches or is better than the presentation. It was nuts, and we did Corlejo, which was also fantastic. We just had a mix of, Reserva de la Familia Extra Añejo from Jose Cuervo's, obviously probably what got me into the game. And, that for a price to quality ratio for RDLF is outstanding. We did four four of them were amazing noms, and we did the Cuervo that was fantastic. And we just had a really nice time. And it just doesn't, even at 48% on some of them, it's not harsh.
Sure.
And you just get to vibe out, which is probably why everybody's going to tequila. I was shocked with the quality. I really was. We knew that going into it, that Fortaleza was probably going to win everything, and I would say it came second behind Mijenta. I mean, like, which is great for a Blanco to come
Yeah.
close to an Añejo in that way. But wow, yeah, I mean, that was just shocking. So it wound up being a really, really nice time. And then the following night, I had a 50-person tasting, which I have a hilarious story for you about.
Tell me.
Um,
Tell me.
I was doing this tasting for a fantastic company called Renegade Electric, and we were doing these bottles, and it was all American whiskey, and I had a scotch there. A scotch I had was a box that should have been like a $600 or $700 bottle, and I guess I forgot that 7 years ago this was in my liquor locker storage in Washington State, and I guess 7 years ago I forgot that I had replaced the bottle inside the box.
Oh no.
So I get to the tasting, and instead of a Breath of Speyside, it's a 33-year Springbank from 1970.
Oh. And what are we looking at?
Luckily,
What are we looking at
w-
on value
well,
there?
Whiskey Exchange has it for 4,500 pounds. So
I'm clutching my
the
pearls.
one, oh, believe me. So I literally am sitting there and I'm like, oh my God, I did not bring the right bottle. I am in complete shock. And I'm like, I can't, like, these guys, they killed it. We did a big tasting, but like $4,500 bottle. I'm like, what the hell am I going to do? So I look at one of the staff and I'm like, okay, I have a bit of a problem. And the staff, she goes, put it away. Don't pour it. They're not gonna know. They're not gonna know. And I switched the bottle out with something else that I had that was very nice, but not $4,500 nice. And I got away with murder, and they were happy and none the wiser. And equally, drunk by the end of the night. So yes,
It was not
yes.
the time to pull out the 33 year.
Oh my good God, not the time to pull out the 33 year. It
Well,
was crazy.
good. And the tasting went well. It looked like it was at a cool space. So,
Oh, it was okay. The space is so crazy. It's called the Auto Vault. It's in Vancouver, Canada, and it's like a multi-millionaire's dream of his whole car collection and his best friends and their cars. And like it's just vintage cars and vintage signs. So he used to do signs for companies, neon signs, and he's got all these vintage ones for like Coca-Cola and Bud and like tobacco companies. And he's got this whole storage room facility. But inside there, he built a private cigar room on
oh,
top of all of that.
cool.
So sick. So the tasting was there. The grazing board had to be the nicest food spread I have ever done for a tasting in my life. It was
Ooh.
a $6,000 grazing board for 50 people. And it had everything you can think of from pizza to sushi to just ridiculous charcuterie. I've never seen anything like it. It was absolutely outstanding.
So it was very
So,
similar to what we served at Tails.
exactly. $9,000 for 700 shitty burgers. Exactly. Wow.
When
Talk about,
Nate
yeah.
and I did the Nate lounge at Tales of the Cocktail, and there's a food and beverage minimum required by the Ritz, which it's a fantastic venue. It's a beautiful venue. Tales is an amazing event, but the food element is funny, right? Because there's not enough food at any of these events, but you have a food and beverage minimum in which they charge like $9 a slider. And so I'm like, we're on a budget here, so we're gonna order 100 sliders, and it was like, whoa, they were gone in like 26
How,
seconds.
how much how much did we pay for that?
It
$9,000?
was, I can't
It
even.
was
I
it was something
instantly
that I will
forgot the
never spend on
numbers.
again.
It was
Yeah, I
it.
didn't.
I instantly
Ooh,
forgot the numbers because I didn't like them.
horrific. That was awful. That was the worst money spent, and you had no choice. But what can you do?
What can you do? We love Tails.
Tails is the greatest show on earth. That's not even the argument. The Ritz Carlton was just not. That's not part of Tails. You have to do the food through them,
Yeah,
and geez, Louise, wow, I
yeah,
see why. Yep,
good.
that 4 days has got to make the year for the Ritz.
Think of the
Ooh.
weddings there.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Wow.
Also, when
Anyway,
I was in Park City, we went to the St. Regis, and I was saying, "Oh, we're getting martinis and pomfritis at the St. Regi." And then I went downstairs, and there was a wedding, and
no,
I was like, "You're the most beautiful bride I've ever seen."
I love that. I absolutely love that.
I am
Wow.
like famous for just making my way into a wedding, and you know what? It's not appropriate, and I need to not do it anymore. But I just keep doing it.
That is hilarious. You when you get drunk though, you're another level, dude. You're another planet. You're just another being, you know? There's a greater being.
Where are you
It's
now?
crazy. After the tastings, I was in Whistler. I went skiing for 4 days, which was phenomenal. Really needed to get the use out of that pass, and I did, which
Good
was
job.
fantastic.
So
Yep.
fun. Hmm.
Yep. But I had so much incredible work happen in those days that we are just on fire right now. I don't know if I mentioned, but I'm taking 6 guys to Scotland on a private tour for a week. And planning that has been exceptionally fun. It's been challenging, but it's been amazingly successful right now. I have great partners on Diageo that have been doing round the clock work to get this trip to be so dialed for these guys that are going to Scotland that we're really happy with the outcome so far. So there's a few surprises for these guys, but we've been working on it. But that's kind of a new business we're working on is private tours of Scotland and Kentucky and Nashville. And we may possibly expand to Asia. We'll see. But for now, we're gonna see how this goes and looking really forward to it.
Yeah, because we need to plan for when I do turn 40. I want to go to Japan and go skiing, and we can do whiskey.
Yes. What? Yes. Wait, when's your birthday?
July 3rd. So we're going to have to wait until like the winter. But
So you are 3.5 technically years away from this because we're not going to do it when you're 39. We're going to do
well,
it when you're 40,
no, when
right?
I were 40. But I am a
Exactly.
planner. You are aware of this, and so I like to have a
Yes, yes.
plan.
We got this. We got this. By that time, we will have done Japan and we will have done tours of Japan, both
Mhm.
on skiing and on whiskey. So don't you worry. That's sick. Okay,
Should we get into some industry updates?
let's do it. What do
Okay,
we got going on?
I have, oh, first of all, we have an announcement. We are bringing Nate to the Pebble Beach Food and Wine Festival.
We are bringing Nate to Pebble Beach Food and Wine. If you guys are coming to Pebble Beach Food and Wine, April 10th to 13th, we will be doing a pop-up bar on the opening night for Palo Alto Networks. So come through and check us out and have some pours. And if you guys mention the show, we're going to do some secret pours.
We are. Oh my God,
Hmm.
I love that for us.
I love that for us too. Damn right.
He's going to bring
Let's
the
rock.
33-year. Oh, wait, no.
Springbank. Shh. You're not supposed to say that.
He's going to accidentally not accidentally bring.
The 33-year-old Springbank. Yes. Wow. No, we're gonna have some cool pours. I think we're
Yeah,
gonna end up with some really amazing brands in the booth with us. Also, we got to figure out: are we doing a luge? Are we doing something cool?
something
What's the
sick.
situation?
Yeah, something sick.
Yes.
Okay, I got to
Yeah.
think. If anyone has any ideas, ping us for what is the coolest thing you've ever seen at an event. Well, first thing on our industry in our industry list.
Yes.
So, Vine Pair came out with the states that drink the most by gallons overall.
Ooh.
Would you like to guess the top three
Okay. Hold on. States that drink the most:
by gallons?
Illinois
No.
by gallons. Oh, by gallons. Texas,
Texas is number three,
California,
is number one,
Nevada.
is not in the top three.
Okay. What's number two?
Florida.
Oh, 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 oh.
It goes
I have
California, Florida, Texas, New York, New Jersey, and then Illinois.
I have had conversations this week about Florida and how special it is in so many ways, but mainly the amount of alcohol being consumed in Florida right now is ridiculous. Wonder what it is. Wonder what happened.
Miami,
But
baby.
they've
I don't know.
yeah. No, I think it's a combination.
Cruise
I think you've got
ships.
cruise ships. I think you've got a lot of people in a lot of other places that are becoming prominent right now.
Yeah.
Tampa is home to some major whiskey players in the bourbon side right now, and,
Mm.
and I think you've got some really cool things happening over there.
No, I do think that the port of call from as Miami for a bunch of cruise ships could contribute to the gallons too.
Those guys from Pebble Beach Food and Wine were talking about their relationships with cruise ships.
Yeah,
It's a fantastic place to buy. Also, the taxes in Florida are very marginal. The product allocation is very good, so that makes total sense.
there you go.
Crazy.
There you
Wow.
go. You want to know what the lowest is?
Can I
This,
guess?
yeah, go ahead.
Nebraska.
Nebraska is number 42.
Whoa, not bad. What's number 50?
It's actually 51 because they count DC. Uh,
Oh,
Vermont.
I was so close. Aren't they neighbors?
No.
Are they not neighbors? I'm
No.
looking this up.
It's okay because you're Canadian and there's a lot of states. 51
Why
is
you gotta be like
Vermont,
that?
50 is South Dakota, 49 is Wyoming. I was kind of surprised that Utah wasn't lower, but they're number 38. They got the tourism, I guess.
I heard some of the things you said, but I can't lie. Vermont and Nebraska are not neighbors.
I freaking know.
Wow, they are as far apart as neighbors as you can be.
Yeah,
Huh, huh. Noted.
it's
Thanks, Google
okay.
Maps, for the geography. Also, looking at the Gulf of America, really nice.
Did you hear
Okay.
England's gonna put on their Google Maps uh, that United States of America is actually going to be England number two?
What?
That's a joke.
Okay, thank God.
Let's talk about the top 3 releases that are coming up.
Let's
I
do
just
it.
sent Nate this one. We'll go with on my list number 3 first, which is the World Whiskey Society did release a 10-year Doc holiday, and it is a limited edition case. Are we calling it a case? I think it's a case, not a box, that has the bottle and a dual purpose 2-in-1 cork gun stopper and display revolver.
Display revolver. Wow. This thing is, my goodness. I have never seen anything like this in my life. Holy smokes. We are looking at, I don't know what, but the fact that it's still online and still, well, you know what? It is selling. In the last 30 minutes, they have sold two.
Oh, well, and it just
So,
released on the 27th. So,
I mean, that
February
is 8 days ago
February
or
27th
four
is
days ago.
14.
I forget how many days there are in February or non-days. Let's look. One, two.
Hmm,
Okay, it got released 4 days ago. Fuck off.
he's in Vegas.
Don't give me that attitude. 4 days. Okay, so they got 27 left in 4 days. I wonder. I'm wondering, do you think I should buy this or no?
I don't know. It's $249. Special collector's case available on worldwhiskey.com. And it is what they call a striking presentation.
Let me Google this thing. Okay.
It says, aged for a decade, the bourbon exemplifies the craftsmanship of World Whiskey Society.
We've got a couple of articles about this thing. Let's
Uh,
have a look here. All right. Anyway, this
you,
thing's crazy. Never seen anything like that in my life.
we'll post it
I-
to the Caviar and Chips Instagram.
That's a great point. We
Yeah,
should.
we will.
Good call.
Okay, number 2. We're kind of going like bourbon, other whiskey, bourbon. So
Yep.
Jameson Triple Triple, released for St. Patrick's Day. Okay, triple distilled and triple cask matured, available in the US for the first time. So I do think it was available before that, not in the US, but it is matured in sweet chestnut casks, ex bourbon barrels, and sherry casks.
Jameson's great. I'm a fan. I don't know. I think it'll be good. I think Irish whiskey is heaven. So, that's just me,
Yeah.
plain and simple.
Have you ever been
Yeah,
personally victimized by a green tea shot?
I am the one that's victimizing people with green tea shots.
I've been personally
Actually,
victimized by you.
yes, you
Green
have.
tea
Yes, you have.
shots.
Was that at the bar for the Gonzaga game?
I know that. No, we were just doing shots of tequila and Jello shots.
Okay, fair, fair. That was a time and a half. That Jello shot thing was phenomenal.
So,
Fantastic.
no, one thing about Nate is if it's Jello, cherries, or slushies, he loves it.
Loves, hashtag loves. Absolutely loves. Yes, you're
One
not
time he
wrong.
made me eat 390 proof cherries in New Orleans.
And Rory had four.
Yeah, they tasted not good. And then we went to a slushy place, and Nate said, I'll take a blue one, a purple one, and a red one.
All right, what's number
All
three?
right, number 3, our friends at Luxco, Rebel Bourbon. So I don't know
Ooh.
if you remember, but when we were in Kentucky last fall, they had the Rebel Bourbon Richard Childress racing car on site, which is a NASCAR car. So sick. I've always wanted to go to NASCAR. I'm like manifesting going to a NASCAR race. So, uh,
Oh,
have you ever been
okay.
to
That's
one?
really no, but that's really random that you say that because Jim and the team at Bardstown just had their Green
Yeah,
River car
I know. So
and it
Luxco and
almost
Green
qualified.
River they both have cars now. But Luxco just released the Rebel Bourbon, which is the official bourbon of Richard Childress Racing. It's a limited edition. Kyle Busch is the race car driver, and he is known as Rowdy, and it is bottled at 108 proof because that's his number also. And then it is a weeded recipe and a little bit of spice, 5,000 cases.
I'm a huge Green River guy. Personally speaking, I think they're phenomenal. I really like Luxco stuff too. I think Don might be the most humble owner of a brand I've ever met. It was wild how nice he was.
No, wild how nice he was.
Crazy,
Don and
right?
Michelle, I felt like we were friends. They invited us to their Aspen house.
Yeah, yeah, they are the sweetest people I've
Uh-huh.
ever encountered. Whatever they do, I will support. I think Luxco's got some great brands under their portfolio, so good for them.
Yeah.
Wow,
And Landon, who runs all of their customer relations and everything, I mean, he's just the
so sweet,
best. So nice. So,
so nice.
anyways, yeah, those are our top three releases. Any other releases you're aware of?
No, no, I am not. I, I am absolutely not aware of any releases. I never get any news about anything that's being released. I will say the Bardstown Cathedral was very nice.
Oh, yes.
That was gorgeous. That was absolutely beautiful. Anything Dan does really does have a presence about it. He is so much the reason for innovation right now in American whiskey. So I'm always supporting what Dan's doing.
Yeah. Good guy.
Hmm.
Okay. Well,
All right.
thanks for joining us for another episode of Caviar and Chips. As always, leave us feedback, rate us, subscribe, find us on the social channels. Thanks for listening. Love ya.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.